sometimes you just gotta go. So this will be the first episode. I have just saw Ben Askren get embarrassed by Jordan Boroughs. Like, we really take away from Ben Askren as if Ben Askren is not a great wrestler? Are we not? Are we doing an injustice by saying that Ben Askren didn't just go up against Jordan Boroughs? Like, what if you were playing basketball against LeBron James, or if we put your average soccer player up against LeBron James in basketball? Would LeBron James not do the same thing? Like, Jordan Boroughs is that caliber of wrestler. Like, he's the Michael Jordan of wrestling at this time. So with that being said, like, and to validate that, like, Justin Gaethje Justin Gaethje brags about the fact that he wrestled with Jordan Boroughs and went 7-3 3 years ago, and is the closest match that Jordan Boroughs has ever had in the last 3 years. Like, in the last 3 years, that's the closest match he's ever had. Like, really? Really? Like, he's that caliber of a wrestler? Like, so we got to take away from that we talking about Ben Askren. Ben Askren is a great wrestler himself. He was a Bellator champion. Like, none of those guys could beat him, and those guys that he's beat are still the elite over there at Bellator now. Like, okay, Roy McDonald is the Bellator champ, but Douglas Lima's right in there. The landscape is pretty much the same landscape as it was when he was running it, the elite guys. Ben Askren is over here. It's controversial on how he won that fight against Robbie Lawler. I'll give you that. But after hearing Herb Dean on the Joe Rogan podcast, there's some legitimacy to that headlock that he had. So it wasn't just a bad call. Robbie Lawler is probably not your best gauge of if something was hurting. Robbie Lawler would give no tails. Like, his poker face is 1,000%. If he was out and he didn't even know he was out, like, that's a thing. It could have happened. It's possible. And Herb Dean was saying that bulldog choke can do nerve damage. Somebody was out for minutes and couldn't walk minutes after they came back to. They were paralyzed for a moment, temporary paralyzed. So it's a dangerous choke. But Ben Askren, controversial win, but nonetheless, he's 19-0. Like, we're talking about the next guy that could fight George St. Pierre. We're talking about the guy who could legitimately could be or take a run of money. It could be who. So we got bodied by Jordan Boroughs. Justin Gaethje is the strongest competitor against Jordan Boroughs. So we're saying against LeBron James of the sport, at that level, we need to really consider how good Justin Gaethje is as an MMA fighter, with his wrestling being so high caliber and we never getting the chance to see it. When is Justin Gaethje going to go for a title run? This exciting fighting that he does is dangerous. It pays. Like, man, it gets fans out their seats. I love every Justin Gaethje fight I ever get the chance to see. But it's disappointing not to see more when he's got so much more. Like, if he can take it there, can we see it? Can we get that? Like, I'm so engaged as a fan. of Justin Gaethje's that I want to see what else he has. Like, I'm on the edge of my seat. I know I'm a hardcore fan. I know. So like, your casual fans, this might be their first time seeing Justin Gaethje, but Justin Gaethje's brand and stock is secure. Like, you will never call that man a bitch. Guaranteed it. I guarantee this. So like, his stock is set. Like, it's there. Nobody wants to fight Justin Gaethje in any weight class. Francis Ngannou does not want to fight Justin Gaethje. Like, come on, let's be real. There's nobody that wants to fight Justin Gaethje. Conor McGregor does not want to fight Justin Gaethje. That's a dangerous fight. Like, there's no title involved either. Like, that's an exciting fight. People are going to get out of their seats. That's gonna move shit. But Donald Cerrone doesn't want to fight Justin Gaethje, which my man Donald Cowboy Cerrone, woo, that guy, yes, he's on his way up. Like, since he's had his child, he's been doing some major moves. He's been, what, 3-0 since he's had his child? Like, this fatherhood thing looks good on Cowboy. Like, I think Conor is gonna fight Donald Cerrone in July. I would really love to see that happen. Conor at one point in time told Frankie Edgar that your career deserves a fight with Conor McGregor. Like, let's be real. Like, Conor McGregor is gonna bring in that money. Like, if Donald Cerrone doesn't get a title, and like, he's about to be Charles Barkley of UFC, like, or Carl Malone, yeah, more like Carl Malone, like, of the UFC. Like, is that where it ends? Like, he deserves this fight with Conor McGregor. Man, if that doesn't happen, like, the Donald Cerrone getting a title shot, I see it as a real long shot. There's so many guys ahead of him. I think you got Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier going for the title against, him being the interim champion. That's a guarantee. Or should be. I how they do that. You got Tony Ferguson. He deserves a title shot. So you got Dustin Poirier. They're set to fight in September, right? Then you got Tony Ferguson, who deserves it. You got Conor McGregor, who's in there because, boy, he's always in that talk. But if Donald Cerrone was to beat Conor McGregor, now where does that put Donald Cerrone in that mix for the title fight? You just beat the third candidate for the belt. And some could say Justin Gaethje kind of deserves it. If he were in another weight class that wasn't so jammed up, like so backed up of deserving contestants, then he'd go to a different weight class and be, well, he can't go to 170. That's got Usman, but we're not gonna. That's a whole nother tangent. Justin Gaethje's right there. You got Conor McGregor at number 3. You got Tony Ferguson at number 2. You got Dustin Poirier. They're going to do that. If you take, who does Donald Cerrone get next then? Does he fight Tony Ferguson? Like, that's a bad matchup for Donald Cerrone. I really don't think that the Cowboy is ready for El Cucuy. Like, you'll watch Tony Ferguson and just be perplexed. Like, what is this man doing? And everything is effective. You're getting hit by weird shots, and he's blocking in abnormal ways, and but it's efficient. He doesn't take much damage as he would perceive he's taking, because he's rolling with the punches. He's moving into it. Like, I guess his breakdancing background really helps him in bringing his peculiar fighting style to life. But so do you have Tony Ferguson? Like, do you slight Tony Ferguson yet again? Again? Like, really? Really, like, Tony Ferguson gets slighted again, so Donald Cerrone beats Conor McGregor. Conor fights Khabib. Like, I do like that matchup for Cerrone. Like, I could see that happening. Um, I'm not too keen on the matchup with Conor versus Khabib. I don't see how Conor wins that. With all due respect, his foot may have been broken, but I haven't seen enough from Conor McGregor to believe that his wrestling, that he's prepared for that wrestling. Like, true, he was very defensive minded. Perhaps if he was more offensive minded, he could have caught him in one of those opportunities while he was coming in. But at the same time, you got to be defensive minded to an extent, because boy, that Khabib ain't no joke on the feet either. Like, that man can hit hard. We all saw it. We all saw Conor get floored. The landscape is crazy. I'm really believing though that Justin Gaethje could be in there. Like, I would love to see, like, he wrestled with Jordan Boroughs. Like, if in the LeBron James of wrestling, like, at that elite level, can we please see what you have to bring to the table, Justin? Like, can we please see just the wrestling? Like, you bragging about 7-3, like, he's that nice. Like, can we see this wrestling you have to bring to the table, like, in the UFC? Like, go ahead and solidify that you deserve to be the champion, Justin. If your wrestling is on that level, like, go ahead and do what needs to be done. Stop selling fights. Your stock is already there. Just go ahead and win it. Go make a run at the championship. That's what me as a fan would love to see. Hey, this is my first time doing this. I hope y'all appreciate it. Hey, peace. Hey, there's gonna be many more to come. Peace.